Welcome to all of my students in today's mentoring session. As all of you know that today's session is extremely special session because today I'm going to share with all of you a new tool which we are going to add to our existing options trading system. But before we do that, as usual, I'll be doing the weekly sectoral analysis, which will be starting from Nifty and we'll be going on towards mid cap index. All right. And generally, if all of you know that I start with Nifty and Bank Nifty spot, but this time I have omitted the spot and instead of that, I have kept Nifty and Bank Nifty futures because at times I do use volume profile indicator, and what happens is volume profile indicator cannot be plotted on spot. So that is one of the main reasons why I have kept Nifty spot aside. All right. So since weekly sectoral analysis is a more analysis, a type of analysis which we generally do on weekends, and it is slightly more in detail. And Nifty short-term view, the videos which I share on trading days are more for the short-term, where I take the daily and the hourly chart. So over here, we'll be starting from the monthly chart and then we'll be going towards the daily chart. So if you can see properly over here, we have an inverted hammer candle and then we have one more sort of shooting star. This is not an exactly shooting star, but it looks like one because it has a wick on the upper hand over here. So it is a clear thing that there is some sort of selling pressure coming up at higher levels. On the weekly chart now, you need to be very, very careful and you need to understand something which is very, very important. Forget about the RSI. There is nothing much in the RSI. What is the trend over here? What is the trend of Nifty future? The trend of Nifty future in weekly chart, according to me, is absolutely flat. There is no uptrend. There is no downtrend. Also, this candle which has been made, what has happened over here? It has a big wick on the upside. It has again a big wick on the downside, and the real body is small. It's like कहाँ गए थे कहीं भी नहीं गए. जहाँ गए वहां से लौट के वापस आ गए. Why it is happening? Because the reason is it is stuck between a range. The upper range is somewhere around, you can say 17,630 in Nifty futures, and on the downside is somewhere around, you can say 16,870 or 16,850 in round figure if you want to call it. So it is basically stuck in a range, nothing much as I can see. This is sort of high wave candle, but high wave candles are very powerful in showing us that the market is extremely overstretched on one side. But currently the trend of Nifty future in the weekly chart is not looking as if it is extremely overstretched on the downside. In fact, the trend is absolutely flat. If it was a downtrend, if the RSI was oversold, if we were at a major support level, then things would be a little bit different. All right. So from the weekly chart, what we could get is the market is extremely choppy and range bound. In the daily chart, what we can see is we had a stupendous pullback, and then suddenly, if you must have seen my yesterday's Nifty short-term view video, I clearly shared that this is a range, actually a horizontal resistance band where a lot of candlestick cluster move. You can see even this particular zone. If I place similar sort of band over here, you will be able to see a very strong resistance over here as well. Plus this trend line, which is holding on since, one trend line is holding on since 22nd April 2021. And the second trend line is from 24th September 2020. So you can see a lot of resistance is there on the upside. And this particular candle over here is a dark cloud cover, which is not a good news for the bulls. And if the selling continues, we could go lower. But again, my friends, if you see this particular thing, generally, I don't need to open hourly charts in the weekly sectoral analysis, but what has happened, a lot of resistance is there on the upside and a lot of supports are also there on the downside. So this is not an ideal scenario where you will be able to make money in the market either on the upside, either on the downside very, very swiftly. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Generally, when prices are between a band of support resistance, it's always going to be a bumpy ride. So again, if we see properly, there is a support band, a short-term support band between 17,240 to 17,100. So I think Nifty will have to clear out this, and once it clears out the 17,100 band, the second support band will start just 75 points, just a little bit lower, I think so. 17,025 pay, the second band is starting. So from 17,025 to again this low, 16,850. Again, this is a very strong support. So if you short at support, you can understand what can happen. If you go long at a resistance, you know what can happen. So the best possible way, according to me over here, is trade as less as possible. And even if you have a trade, be sure that you deploy just 50% position sizing. I'm being very clear. I'm not just saying deploy less. I'm saying deploy only 50%. Because if the main index itself is between a resistance and a support band, it is certainly not going to be very easy for other stocks as well. Maybe one or two stocks here and there might outperform. They might give you a good short-term trade on the downside or on the upside. But as of now, I can't see a very strong move in any direction until and unless some major levels are broken. Now let's go to the Bank Nifty future. Bank Nifty future, again, I will start from the monthly time frame. In the monthly time frame, we can see a shooting star. Yes, it is a shooting star and a very big red candle. What does it show to us? It clearly shows that a lot of selling pressure is available at the higher levels. But if you go to the weekly chart, we have hit a support, and this is a very strong support. This is not a support which we can completely ignore. It is a very strong support. Yes, the trend is flat, no doubt about that. The trend is flat, my friend. It's not down, it's not up. But if you can see, the 50-week moving average is even around here, which is also providing the support. And this entire band, this candlestick cluster, you can see zigzag movement has happened. This is providing tremendous support. From, if you want to know the band, let's go to the daily chart. It will be more clearer for you. And if you can see from this particular level, this is somewhere around 36,150 to possibly 34,750. So this is a very big, massive resistance band. And what is happening over here? Price comes down, RSI hits oversold, and we have a sudden bounce back, and suddenly within one day, market goes down. So in certain scenarios, in these sort of scenarios, actually we cannot do anything. Even if the bounce back, again, if market on Monday, if it bounces back, what will you do? Because the trend is flat. If the trend was up, maybe somewhere over here, you could have gone long and made money. But over here, you can see the trend is flat. So I don't think so. A lot of profitable trades will be coming in your trading setups. So you need to be very careful. Once we go much higher, okay, once we go much higher, and then if we have any setup coming in our trading system, or if we go lower, and then if you have a pullback, and then if you have a short signal or something, it's a different thing. But otherwise, once again, I would suggest please trade as less as possible. And if you do not have any trades, stay put. Not trading is also trading, because saving money is very, very important in a scenario where a lot of trades are not coming up. And I think I had shared with all of you one quote which I had shared on Twitter, that the majority of the good trades will come up when you have a lot of trades coming up in your trading setup. When you have a lot of trades coming up where you don't understand which particular stock you want to select and you want to trade. You have plentiful trades. That is the time to actually make money. If you scan and if you just see 5 to 10% of the stock, suppose if you have a stock list of 50 stocks or 60 stocks as a short-term trader, and out of that, you can just see 3 or 4 or maybe 5 stocks giving trades. I don't see that as an ideal situation to trade. All right. Private banks, again, I think so similar status like the Bank Nifty. Again, it is near a support band, you can see, and it has given a decent pullback and then again a sell-off. So again, no trades over here. But yes, in case if market wants to go down, this is one stock, probably this could see little bit of weakness coming up in the short term. All right, this is one stock from my side. In case if the market starts coming down from here, only then, not otherwise. PSU banks are a little bit better than private banks. You can see by the naked eye itself. We don't need to even analyze. If you see the flow, the way private banks have come down and the way PSU banks have come down, there is a major difference. And even over here, if you can see, I'll just switch to the weekly chart. Even in the weekly chart, you can see same thing. Sort of high wave candle. The trend is flat. And we are at a very strong support. You can see this is the previous high, which is giving support to the price right now, and even this particular high, although this has not been tested, but yes, this will be counted as a support. And what has happened? If you see the activity, sort of hammer, then an inverted hammer, then again price goes up little bit and again it starts selling. So it's very simple to understand that we are in a major support band. If we go long from here, it doesn't make sense because we have resistance at higher levels. Even Nifty futures as a resistance. So if we go significantly higher, and then again, if we have a consolidation and a small drop in the price, and then if we have a rise, then it's a different thing. But otherwise, again, I don't think so there is any sort of trade over here from my side. Metals has gone through a whipsaw. What it has done is it gave a big red candle over here, a high wave candle, and then it broke the support. It did breach the support, but this particular level, if you can see, this low over here and these two candles over here, this took the support and immediately gave a bounce back. All right. And if you remember, I think 1 or 2 weeks back, I had shared with all of you, Tata Steel is the stock which can go much lower. And I think it is one of the stocks which has outperformed in the metal pack for going down, not for going up. All right. It has underperformed. Actually, it has underperformed. Outperforming in the sense, if anyone is short or something in Tata Steel, he could have made a lot of money. So it has gone down. But now there is some sort of, if you see a candle which is looking like a bullish harami, and this is a small hammer, not a very powerful one, and a bullish bell tool. So maybe some sort of pullback. If it happens, I will not be surprised. Autopack. Autopack, we can clearly see what it has done. This is the first high over here, then a low, then again a high, a low, and a high. So over here, we are still making higher highs. As per Dow theory, if we wanted to continue the uptrend, we should have made a higher low than this particular high, which has not happened, and we have gone down. So certainly we are in a downtrend, but in a support zone. If we break and close below this particular low, possibly we can go a bit lower. That's possible. All right. If we close below this particular low with a big red candle, we could go little lower. One stock which has been able to outperform is Tata Motors. This is one stock which has not been able to crash till now. All right, till now. What will happen in the future, we'll come to know later on. So in case if market decides to bottom out, if Autopack decides to bottom out, then the first eye should go on Tata Motors, according to me. All right. IT index, yes, it has been an outperformer in the sense by falling less. Even if you're falling less, if you see any other sector, IT has been a clear-cut outperformer. But again, it has been not a move which has been through all of the stocks. I just saw two stocks which did help to pull the market higher. One was Infi and second one was Tech Mahindra. Especially Tech Mahindra went up very nicely. So IT is an outperformer, no doubt, but we have to be vigilant and we should understand that until and unless IT doesn't cross this particular high, I don't think a very big, large move will happen. And what move we have seen over here is just helping the index to stay a little bit higher than what, because if this pullback would not have happened in IT, the 200 points pullback which came up just a couple of days back would not be that strong. So that is where IT has participated, but it needs to certainly close above this high to go even higher. Finance. Now, what has happened in the finance pack? It has closed below this support. Again, came to this particular support zone, which is a strong support zone. All right. And again, I think there are so many candles which are looking like high wave candles in the weekly chart over here, which is at a strong support zone. You can see over here what is happening. This is a previous high, drop, rally, again a drop, and it is taking support from this zone as well as the previous high. So you can understand this is at a decent support. In case if this support is broken and if we start going lower, then you need to be careful. You might see some sort of sell-off, and this is the stock which you need to be keeping your eyes on, because the way it is shaping up, in case if the sell-off continues in the market overall and even in the finance pack, then this particular stock can correct. If you see the monthly chart, yes, it is a little bit overstretched. So somewhat profit booking would not be a bad idea according to me. Pharma. Now, last week, if you remember, I had clearly told that this is a very good candle over here. All right. This is a sort of hammer, and this hammer has came from the support of the previous high. But suddenly what we can see the next week, immediately a big sell-off. So you need to be now understanding that the buying is coming in the weekly chart, but the daily chart, if you see the daily chart, the trend is still down. The trend is still down. So in case if we close below this particular low somewhere over here at 13,060 or something, we are still far away from that, then we could head even lower. We need to wait and watch and see what happens. FMCG pack. FMCG pack weekly chart, again, same thing. High wave candles, so many high wave candles in so many index. So you can see decent support, not very strong. This support zone is much stronger, but nevertheless, the index is trying to find some sort of support. The reason is this particular candlestick cluster, and especially this 50-week simple moving average over here. In the daily chart, if you see, this was a very strong candle. This is a dragonfly doji. But after a dragonfly doji, what you can see, a inverted hammer, again a spinning top, again a green candle, and then a red candle. So basically, the market itself doesn't know where it wants to go. The best part is to stay away. And if we close below this particular support band, we can go lower. And if we bounce back again, we'll be able to see some sort of resistance in this particular zone somewhere over here at 38,150, and if we go higher, maybe somewhere at 38,450. Real estate has been an outperformer by falling less. If you see, it did go below the support. It did go certainly below the support, but it was just an intraday basis. It was not able to close below the support. Matter of fact, it is very clear that it is an outperforming index. And when the market starts going higher, you need to concentrate on this particular index for sure. But the way this particular index has rallied in last few months, if there is a short-term consolidation going on, if the index consolidates, if the realty stocks consolidates sideways up and down, I don't think it will be a bad idea. It should consolidate, because if it wants to rally later on when the entire correction comes to an end or something, and if this particular index doesn't want to fall, then it will need to consolidate. And if it happens, I will not be surprised. Consumption index looking pretty weak. A very big rally, very large bearish bell-toll candle, you can see. And after that, again, if you can see properly, it is a sort of high wave candle, not very powerful, but yes, it is one. And in fact, the support is also okay. But what has happened in the daily chart, if you see properly, first rally, a drop, again a high, a new high over here. So in case if the uptrend wanted to continue, we should have made a low which was higher than this one. But what we did is the price made a lower low. So it broke the theory of Dow theory, and then it went up, and now it has made a lower high. So now we have a lower high in place, and also we have a lower low. So now if we close below this particular low, 6903 or 6900 to be precise, then we could hit probably somewhere around 6800 levels or maybe 6790. And if we go even below that, we could hit somewhere around 6680. Mid cap index, monthly time frame, shooting star, and we can clearly see RSI is still overstretched. Weekly chart, if you see, what we have over here is a sort of looking hammer, not exactly textbook sort of hammer, but nevertheless it is a decent hammer. But in the daily chart, things are a little bit different. What has happened? Rise, correction, rise, correction. Till over here, till this point, things were fine because we are making a higher low. Then we started going higher, and here we had a lower high basically. Okay, and after this lower high, we have also made a lower low. So now if we want to continue and go higher, we will again need to make a higher high. Until and unless we don't go above this particular level, you have to be very, very cautious in trading mid caps on the upside. You have to be very, very careful. And if we close below this particular low, or maybe even this low, because this is very, very near to this particular hammer, if we close below this, we could correct a little bit even further low. All right. So again, just a short idea about Nifty futures at the end of this particular educational video, that we are in a downtrend in the daily chart. In the weekly chart, the trend is absolutely flat and market is within a range. Be very, very careful. In the hourly chart, if you see, we have a support band from 17,240 to somewhere around 17,100. All right. And just 75 points lower, we have a second support band starting, which is at 17,025 to this particular low, which is around 16,855. Will anyone go long in a market where suddenly there's a 200 points rally and 200 points drop? No. So until and unless we don't surpass a very big level, say somewhere around maybe somewhere around 17,900 or something, I don't think it will be a very good idea to be aggressive in the market on the long side. Minimum 17,800 to 900. This entire 100 points range should be surpassed at any cost in case if the entire market wants to revive itself. If that is not possible, then try and trade as less as possible, because even on the short side, we have loads of supports over here. So if we break this particular low, we could head even lower. If we break below 16,860, 16,850, then possibly we will be heading towards 16,700. And if we close below 16,700, we can go maybe even 100 to 200 points even lower. All right. So I hope this educational video will be helping you, especially to the people who are watching it on YouTube. Let me know by your comments below, are these educational videos helpful for you or not? And now we'll be starting the special session on options trading.